Come on. Favreau was dope. I don't give a fuck. I had the children's book. I read the book, and then it was so short, right? It's this short little book, you know. Niggas just telling you what's in, you know. They roll the dice and what's in the house, and the house changing. Nigga, they fucking. Mm-hmm. And it's just playing around, right? It's just, oh, this board game does some weird shit, dude. Yeah, what a game. We only gonna play this every now and then, cause it is fun. It's not as scary as you think it is. It's just a little game. I like that movie a lot, man. I think it had a lot of heart. I really do. John Favreau, man, he has a good style about him. Iron Man 1 and 2, I don't give a fuck what they say. Yeah, MCU characters were fighting their counterpart with the same powers and then fighting them. I don't care though. They were good movies. It's good. You know, it's Ivan Vanko was a good villain. I don't give a fuck what they say. Nigga was terrorizing. He hung those security guards up in the ceiling. What's my bird? What are you talking about? This is your bird. It's the same bird. It's not my bird. Yeah, minor problem. Yeah, it's just an issue. I want to fit a man in the suit. I can't fit in this. Sis. Try to put your head in this. See? He can't put his head in this. What am I going to do with this? The Stark Expo is in 2 weeks. Don't worry. What's up, problem? Yeah, what's you got his name? Yeah, Justin Hammer. Who is that? Sam. I want to say his name is Sam something. Who plays Justin Hammer? Phone. God damn it. Sam something, bro. Thank you. Sam Rockwell is a great actor. That nigga was James Browning on stage at the Stark Expo. Fucking. He's like, I got something to show you guys. Like, he's wild and nobody gives a fuck. Yeah, man. That was some James Brown shit he did right there. The boy's really dancing. He was really dancing. I liked it. I was like, oh, he has talent. The whole suiting out of the War Machine suit, and for later on, the payoff of all that those jokes was another joke that not all the weapons he gave him were even good. This is the ex-wife. This is the ex-wife. This will blow up the bunker within your bunker within a bunker. And then it'll light a cigar. It can read. It can read. It can. He said it can read a book in Russian. What the fuck? They did not give a fuck about those guns, man. And it really shows too, because War Machine's guns like are definitely upgraded after hanging with Tony some more. Obviously, you know, during the time of Civil War, he's using like pulse technology and shit, and energy melee weapons. I gotta be honest, that was pretty dope. I like this. His weapons upgrade by Age of Ultron. Nice. He's really good at making characters talk to each other too. Age of Ultron isn't a bad film. It's nice. Them just hanging out at the party with Stan Lee is it's nice. It's cute. It's wholesome, to be honest. Don Cheadle's over there talking about, and I just dropped a tank, and I'm like, boom, you looking for this? And he's like, he's trying to make that joke land because he's didn't land with that, no, man. But it lands with the other crowd. Who doesn't do? Like, yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't impress these super fucking freaks. But I got a crowd. You know, I got a crowd. They'll listen to me. The Black Widow introduction in Iron Man 2. We can slow it down, right? The introduction to Black Widow is simple, simplistic. There are already two major characters in the room. She walks in as an assistant. It's downplaying who she even is. As often as movies that adapt from a comic book material, they often do downplay certain characters and never let them rise as their actual comic book counterpart, right? Sometimes they keep them at such a low level. You're just like, oh yeah, they had Jimmy Olsen in the movie, but it's not like he took a picture of Superman not once. He was just there, and yeah, he was just there. Instead of Black Widow just being there, she had a plot. She actually is there to spy on Tony. She's there to help out. They know this nigga's gonna die. Yeah, they know this nigga's fucked. Actually, they're trying to help. That's good. That's good. She's not there just for nothing. She wasn't even there for no Justin Hammer bullshit. She wasn't even there for that B plot. Technically, the A plot is saving Tony's life. They're like, Tony, we need you. Like, yo, you're not even yeah, you're not even an Avenger yet, and but we're telling you that's on the table right now. And if we lose you right now, a lot of shit's coming. We kind of need somebody in your ballpark. Even though we don't fully agree with the ideas that you bring to the table, they still like were willing enough to waste their time trying to be like, yo, only you could save you right now. It's pretty nice, and it's a good payoff for Nick Fury's character to actually come do this little donut, house arrest scene for Tony. He's like, you gotta sober up. We took all the booze, we took all the booze out the house. You're stuck here. Sober up, nigga. Which was a pretty nice flow. That's not what happened in the comics for him. You know, it wasn't a team effort to, get him back on page. He had to fail a couple times, and his friends were worried about him, but nobody had the solution for him. He had to come to it on his own, type shit. And other people had to pick up the job of being Iron Man while he was out. Like Rhodey has his time as Iron Man only because Tony was getting drunk and not giving a fuck. He was sick. Rhodey is only in the suit to be what Iron Man was supposed to be. People are asking, where's Iron Man at? Well, he's right here. Is it Tony? Yeah, don't worry about all that. You know. And that was a good time in the comic books. It showed unity. It showed grasping with individual traumas and whatnot. But how you still have to there are going to be times where life is going to ask you. You got to show up. Tony shows back up. In the meantime, though, his cohorts picked up the ranks and didn't let shit fall. There was no time without an Iron Man. And the same for Captain America. The same for Thor. I gotta be honest. It's kind of sick where we are right now. I already before I went to sleep yesterday on my phone, they were talking about Bucky coming as a variant of Captain America. i.e., his original comic book character development in our universe, where he's supposed to be taking up the shield anyway. So he's gonna be a variant from another fucking place now. Okay, great. So get ready for Bucky to show up with a shield. Nah, even then though, there's probably be a scene where he shares the shield with a U.S. agent, or he does a nah. I don't want that. Don't give me that. Yeah, there'll be some shit right there. I think Thunderbolts should be a good movie. Honestly, I, did John Favreau help with this? I think John had a hand in this. I think he has a hand in this. Hold up. Does John Favreau have a hand in Thunderbolts? Hold up. It's listed for fucking Thundercats. I don't know why that. But okay. Thunderbolts. Okay. It says he's associated with the Marvel movie Thunderbolts in a few ways. Happy Hogan did. Yeah, alright. So this is what we got, right? This is canon for the story at least. Happy Hogan did sell the tower to that Faye woman, the Valentine, Elaine from Seinfeld, who is in control of the Thunderbolts. And that's about it for at least the character. Is he? Okay, yeah. Well, nothing other than the fact that his character is the reason why they're in that new tower in the trailer. So even then, he still has something connected to Thunderbolts. not to mention, not to mention, right? Last time we saw Spider-Man, Happy Hogan just got broken up with May, and she died. Yeah, not to mention that he was also in Deadpool and Wolverine. You can't shake him. You can't shake him. He was just in that movie. He had like a whole 10 minutes, maybe even outside. Just to be honest, like maybe 7 minutes. But him and Deadpool talked for a little second there. It might have been just a 5 minute, but we were there for a minute trying to be a part of the Avengers. But John Favreau was like, nah, Avengers aren't taking applications right now. Yes. 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 He is the perfected version of, the combined science behind the Incredible Hulk and Captain America. He's if the serum actually worked what they really wanted, which is a Superman. Uh, yes, but out of the lab. I gotta be honest, even better, he's their Doctor Manhattan. Yeah. It's another side of him. He pulls out similar to Hulk and Bruce Banner. So the scientist on the outside believes that this character is way too strong to be out there and whatnot. Meanwhile, the other side of him, like he is a all-out, a thrasher and basher and hero and whatnot. But the fact that it is a science project leaves way to people thinking that they have ownership over Robert and things like that. And the truth is that Robert is only held down by the system because he allows the system to, to play its part. So he's basically like if Bruce Banner stopped running away and let the government do their thing on him, and then after a while when things just fail, like he then is just allowed to like sit out there, because there is no like coming to get him type shit unless he's causing a problem or something. So really, he's like if Bruce Banner gets left alone, actually played ball with the government, and then got left alone because he's just too strong to deal with. More supernatural type of villains have to come for him, like mind games and shit. Like that Noel character who's in the Venom 3 movie. Noel and him have a relationship. Mind bending, astro plane shit. That's the way that you can beat Sentry, though. Yeah, when Sentry can fight you on the physical plane and the astral plane with the same abilities, so he is fighting you on both planes, which makes him double strong. So unless you can affect Robert inside, just like you affect Bruce Banner and whatnot, you you can't really beat him. You fuck up Robert though, and you got it though. But Robert is Sentry, so you gotta get that nigga in the mind. A perfected super soldier serum though. It's funny that they have U.S. agent in that movie because that will definitely affect his character in some way. If he once he hears what Sentry is, he's gonna be like, so, he's basically gonna be shitted on. He's like, yeah, I got a synthetic version of a fucking serum that didn't. I don't know. Maybe. You think so? You think so? so, 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 so one more time. So Task is supposed to die. Okay. Ghost is supposed to die, and U.S. Agent is supposed to die. Okay. They did that with Walking Dead when they killed some of the crew. Yeah, they did it with the other bigger movies. The Infinity War trailer, having some people missing. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That shit was epic. John Favreau. Yes, I have. It shouldn't. It shouldn't. PC'd my boy. He ain't even using guns. Look, man, he got 3 people inside of him. Do we got time for all that? Real talk, man. He running around like fucking Robin right now in all white. And as far as I'm concerned, he ain't that big a deal when it comes to the coolest stories out there. He's really for the streets. He's really cool.
He's connected to existing gods.
Right, but in comics, his stories are only really good when he's fucking with the defenders on low level shit. As far as like big collidism type events and shit, he there, but only on some. We gotta get the spiritual knowledge out of the situation. Like,
They're gonna make a second season. They're gonna bring him back, but maybe for like Midnight Suns.
he is not good by himself. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, no, I mean he definitely seems like a better teammate. Like and or like you were saying before, low level city fights. Like he stayed in the neighborhood type shit.
Yeah, but even then, his comic book is more like he fighting the city and shit, but then concerned about other things that he is sensing out there and whatnot, and who he needs to communicate and talk to about solving problems that are on some existential crisis shit.
He just needed a team. That's why they got him doing it.
Exactly. He's there to weird other characters out, but then forewarn them of a foreshadowing event that will be happening. He's always been like that. This paranoid mess of a guy. Even when he talks to Spider-Man, he's like Spider-Man's like, look, Steve. He's like, right now, Mark. He was like, well, Mark. He's like, right now, the other guy. And he's like, well, look, other guy. He's like, oh, I'm Steve again. I don't even, I don't even got time for Moon Knight. A whole show about him was enough. Another season 2, I think it's a waste of money. Team that nigga up with the crew, get him with the Luke Cage and the Daredevil, and call that shit a day. Call that shit a day. And get him with the Punisher so he can finally use some guns around here. Because he ain't supposed to be just walking around like fucking Robin. Okay? My nigga uses straps.
Little moon shaped blade
Yeah.
and fucking staff.
He kills niggas. Kills niggas. Kills niggas. He got white guns. He kills niggas.
I think I've seen pictures of him.
He be having white guns. The fuck?
Hey, we need some guns.
I'm fighting mobsters, nigga. I'm fighting mobsters, nigga. He be
Something I just discovered that I didn't see before
the
was the
fuck.
cast list for Thunderbolts.
Big cash, big cash. I guess because James Gunn's not a part of it, they're not shitting on it for having too many characters. But go ahead. Mind you, we're recording this. This is podcast. This is podcast episode 8. I called it the Favreau effect.
It's different, alright? Because this is a teen movie. Alright, we talked about that. Alright, we already talked about that. This is a teen movie, so it's okay for it to have multiple characters. When a movie is like,
Yeah, God forbid this is a Thunderbolt solo movie. Yeah, whatever the fuck that.
exactly, exactly. It doesn't make any sense, right? Why it has to be multiple characters? It's a teen movie.
If the name doesn't mean a team, then it's a solo movie.
Exactly,
Okay.
exactly. So he says,
Right. That's why you got the Harley Quinn emancipation of one Harley Quinn, and but yet she shared whatever,
see, alright, now I will say,
whatever.
depending on how much time
Birds.
they spend on the screen with Mr. Superman will change my opinion. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because you think about like Iron Man 2. It's technically Iron Man and Winston. They were kind of working together, but it wasn't until the end that they really worked together.
Mm. When'd you watch that?
I was 20 years old, man. 19.
What else did you think about that?
Think about what?
That movie.
We talked about it just a little bit ago. Yeah, Mr.
Why did people shit on him? I'd have to look back up on this though. Like I just remember people shitting on him. I forget what the reasons why.
No, that's a even his little weak ass version of his outfit, like his electric whip. That's cool. And then he got the upgrade
That's
version
right.
later.
That's right. That's right.
That shit hard.
They were hating the hate comes from the fact that some people were always analyzing that the MCU heroes keep getting the fighting the counterpart. That's right. That's right. Ivan Vanko had like you ever look into the concept art for Iron Man 2?
No.
It was really cool. I got to be honest, because Mickey Rourke, the actor, he even voiced himself in the Iron Man video game and shit. And there was a lot of different concept arts they could have gone with. He looked cool in all of them, but they went with the prison fit, uh, which was a nice little like rawness because Mickey Rourke actually wanted to show out how much he had been working out. So the other designs had him even more armored up, or and shit like that. But like that final armored up scene and shit, like there were like a bunch, like seven more other designs that showed what they could have did with that. They were even thinking about making them even bigger, or making them smaller, more agile and shit. But they went with the same type of effect they did for your boy in the Iron Man one. Just made him a big guy, right? Took him out in one beam shot. Apparently, the one beam shot they took him out because, from what I heard, it cost a lot of money to animate all that. So just take him out in one beam. I do have a gripe with the one beam, but I think the one beam's a good reference to the fight at the party. I think it's good. A lot of I see why people do hate on the final fight though a little bit. Should he have gone and had a little longer fight, like what we ended up doing with Thanos and shit like that? Maybe, maybe Saturday morning cartoon type of fight. But I guess John Favreau seen it as like we've been fighting the drones for a whole like 20 to 30 minutes. Let's just wrap this up with one beam struggle, double attack, and call it a day. I guess if I run it back, he was just trying to wrap it up in a nice bow, real quick. The movie does kind of end like he's like, all right, we all got some other place to be now, right?
I'll get back to that.
Yeah, there is a. All right, on to the next. But then, like, even Google's like, that's the last movie he's directed within the MCU. So I wonder why that is.
Why? What's he got in? Like, see, he did those the first two,
And he said, "Boom, I'm gone." Okay.
picked a different guy for Avengers and
Yep.
Iron Man 3. He's still a producer on it. He
Right.
didn't direct.
So what made him just like, nah, I'm not doing this. You can take the blame for it. He's on some. You can take the blame for it. I'm out of here. You can take credit or take blame for it. I don't want it.
People, I mean, why people hate Iron?
3 is cool. 3 is cool. It made $1 billion.
I thought it was really weird, the whole fake actor Mandarin, and then you had this dude also still not the Mandarin, just pretending to be. Because the real one you meet later on in Shang-Chi.
That's right. But also,
That's the real Mandarin.
there's in the DVD for Iron Man 3, you get to see the Mandarin is real because he captures the actor in prison and he breaks him out. The real Ten Rings, the real Mandarin. saw that he had been impersonating him. So it alludes to the Shang-Chi uh, uh, character later on when we finally see him. So he did contact that impersonator. He got him out, and he's basically saying, "I'm gonna use you for other shit." I'm also seeing that actor is in Thunderbolts. Fake Mandarin, the actor. Yeah, I'm seeing Ben Kingsley in. He was in the trailer in Thunderbolts.
Mm,
Don't know why.
really?
Don't know why, but he is there. And then he is in Shang-Chi. Run that back. He's at the compound being held by the real Mandarin.
I'm pretty sure that's right.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know
I've
what the.
only
It
seen that movie like once or twice, but
was a good movie. It was good enough for me to watch it once, but I remember everything.
it was good. It was definitely. I was confused because I was like, oh, the bad guy's got the 10 rings. This is so there's another 10 rings out there. That's what's weird. Oh yeah, he's got to go get that. No, he just had to steal them.
Yeah, just straight steal him in a fight. This is what was cool about that Mandarin. I think is that I wasn't too scared of him having the rings because he had the rings the whole. As far as we're concerned, he's had them for a long time.
He's had them for fucking
Yeah,
years.
so even if he was to hold on to him at the end of this movie, I wasn't too scared of him having them because I was like, he could have done it a lot worse with those things. He had actually hasn't done that bad.
He could have done it.
Yeah, I mean he's slick, not that bad of a guy.
He just could have done it. Like
I mean, good thing his wife was so cool, I guess, right?
had some people that you knew. You're like, oh, I gotta stop him.
Right. When he lost and shit, I was pretty cool with that scene. I felt I felt a lot of nostalgia coming from it. I felt like I was watching somebody who was inspired by Street Fighter, who's inspired by Dragon Ball Z, who's inspired by some Sonic shit. It was beautiful to be honest. The way the rings just reappropriate onto Shang-Chi instead of his dad. I loved it. To be honest, I've only watched the movie once, but yeah, that's all I needed for now. I'll be sad if his character doesn't come back in the next 5 years. Uh,
Yeah, they gotta do something.
yeah, they got to do something. Like honestly, that Doctor Strange
Second movie.
hint at the end. Ah,
They're supposed to make a second movie and bring back the Iron Fist.
if I was going to reference towards like that Comic Con panel, but as they always do, or the timeline that they think they're gonna push out things, I think I did see a Shang-Chi two, but I don't remember a subtitle for it, and I don't know if recently I could say that there was even a title screen right now. I don't know.
I think there is. Hold on,
Let's see.
let me see.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead for it.
Because I want to say it's like Wreckage of Time.
The wreckage of time. So he'd be time traveling. Of course, of course, of course.
Tied. Oh yeah, see, look, a picture instead of like. See, that would just be like people's idea.
Right, but for right now, officially,
It's time. It's a
yeah,
time.
yeah, that's what. Okay. So even what year does that set for?
That shit in 2025. Filming March of this year.
That's not coming out next year. Come on.
If they start filming now, maybe.
Yeah, ain't
This could be
yeah, ain't no movie coming out the year it's done filming. They always take the year off to edit, and then they'll release. So that's a 2027 release.
probably.
Editing is gonna take forever.
Because you never know what could happen.
Shang-Chi was on the list back in 2015. We knew a Shang-Chi movie was happening. It took forever just to get all the way to here. 7 damn years later.
Not even.
Mm-mm. Yeah, and the actor Henry Golden, what the his last fuck up was Snake Eyes. Other than that, he's fine. So next time we see Shang-Chi, we might see Doctor Strange with him, or we might not see him.
Iron Fist. Gotta be Iron Fist.
Hmm. Iron Fist.
Yeah.
What are you hearing about Iron Fist? I'm hearing more action for Jessica Jones than I'm hearing Iron Fist. What are you talking about? What do you got?
Here, I'll go Google it.
Right. Because all I can tell you is Jessica Jones is getting swole right now. She's in the gym right now. She can't even. She couldn't even tell us everything on the Michael Rosenbaum podcast. But Christian Redden is she's still on Marvel contract. She's there's some shit bubbling.
Okay, so
Get a whole new Defenders out of this. Minus a She-Hulk maybe. I don't know. That bitch is tripping. Respectfully.
it is rumored from what I'm reading.
You are not Black Widow. Sit down. You trying to sue your job already? Like, come on, man.
Okay, okay, so yeah, it's rumored for Iron Fist to be in Shang-Chi.
Hmm.
There's also potential that Iron Fist will get a relaunch of some sort on Disney Plus.
You know, if they're smart, they'll team Shang-Chi up as not an Avenger, but to someone to help the young Avengers. Because I gotta be honest, those young Avengers need more help. I'm not confident in any young Avengers squad coming out without more of a. I think their team needs to be big right out the gate. Uh, Not none of this 6-man shit or whatever the fuck, or five even. Get
Yeah, have like a 10, 12-man team over it.
type shit. Yeah.
With
I want a
like
mission debrief.
multiple powers covering all different.
Yeah, I want a mission debrief by one of the legacy characters who's just like, all y'all are coming from different parts, in this story. Like, I want something like that. Like, they just acknowledge, like, yeah, we got all these characters right now.
This also saying it's unlikely that the actor who played him, Finn Jones, will return to the MCU via a new solo project. Says if he were to come back, it's most likely it would be through a couple supporting roles or cameos to test the waters.
And who was that? Danny Rand talking.
From ScreenRant.com.
Fuck them. Stop. Don't. Stop reading.
Stop reading that one.
Stop reading.
I see. Look, I just clicked on the questions here that were the different websites and shit.
Screen Crush will, they guess a lot. It's not bad to guess, but oof, I'll tell you. Are they talk? They were talking about the actual Danny Rand actor though, the last one, or a new guy?
Yeah, no, the guy who played him.
Yeah. See, I've been hearing some news still that he's been getting communicated with, so that is valid to me. I just don't know what he'll be in. If it is Shang-Chi, it's like why though?
Apparently, he's more known for his role as Loras Tyrell in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, only because it's a more popular show, and
After that, it says and Danny Rand in Iron Fist.
he ends up having sex with Cersei and whatnot. So it's like whatever. It,
Let's see his picture for his character.
yeah, he has to play a gay guy. He's gay.
Weird with the
He's bisexual and gay.
Has Danny Rand with the facial hair?
Cersei forces him to have sex with her. Uh, and he basically has to. Uh, you know, only because she's a very dangerous woman and she's higher up within the family. So if he doesn't do what she says, he has to fuck this lady basically, his cousin technically.
Did you know that he's
Ridiculous. Yeah. Oh yeah. He play. I mean, the Danny. I mean, a lot of the boys that we got playing American white boys right now are British. But yeah,
they're good at it.
his interview even back then, back in the day when he was doing Iron Fist on Netflix, Danny Rand. He's just like, I picked up a load of the comics. I'm gonna get through this. He might even be a little Scottish and shit.
It says he's from London, England.
Yeah, good for him. Real talk. I thought he got the character right. It wasn't that bad. Real
It's
talk.
always crazy when you find out someone actually like proper English.
Yeah, right.
Like same with you ever say Rick Grimes?
Hey, Lincoln.
Lincoln.
Yeah, real good acting.
When I first heard him talking in an interview, I was like, holy shit, what the fuck?
Yeah, dude, you're mad different. So you're acting twice as hard. Let's just be honest, right?
Yes, you're not just playing a character. You're having to fully change up to play this character.
To even compete with white guys that actually do look like you and sound like you naturally, I guess these guys aren't worth the part. But also, I've heard, it's not that the competition is not there for American actors for these American characters. I heard that it has something to do with it being cheaper to make shit and with English actors and taping in England and whatnot. I heard there's less rules and shit that you got to do and like less permit shit.
Just like that's why they probably do a lot of the filming anyway.
Yeah, and there's also like some type of other thing about not having to pay British actors, like the same type of tax and shit that American actors have. There's some like intricate shit there. They're like, it's better off hiring these other guys because the labor laws are different. And I'm like, what the fuck? So you outsourcing my American roles, you cocksucker? It's bad enough y'all got Doctor Who and Sherlock Holmes. You giving away my Supermans? God damn it. And this is how we get our Henry Cavill. Hell, don't be surprised if Batman is British. Oh, hold on. Let me stop you already. Robert Pattinson is what? Yeah, all right then. So you already outsourcing the best you got already. Shit, off the bat, DC, goddamn. Other characters are gonna get it too.
Hey, look,
Not to say that they shouldn't, but I mean, damn. Opportunity is opportunity, but fucking hey.
the dude playing Mr. Terrific's not English, is he?
I must say he's American black. Prove me wrong.
Nathan Fillion,
He's
is he
American
American?
or Canadian. He might even be Canadian. I don't know. Wait, what? Yeah, but check that man's permit, sir. I wouldn't need to see your license and registration. I'm, I get calling it Firefly and shit. I was watching it as a kid and shit. That actor, dude. Real talk. Hey, this is what's pissing me off about him getting. Everybody's talking shit about him right now because of the Superman trailer. This is what's pissing me off. No one's mentioned the fact that he's played Guy Gardner before. No one's mentioning this. This is lame. People don't even understand the reference that this is making. He's making the reference towards WB before it turned into CW. That it had a Justice Super Friends live action show before Smallville ever even took place. It was in the same timeline as the Barry Allen show, the Flash show that they had in the '90s. It was in the same run. But Nathan Fillion played a Green Lantern.
Emerald Knight.
He also voiced, he voiced Green Lantern before. He voiced Hal Jordan. Fuck out of here, dude. This nigga's been a Green Lantern
Yeah, he's actually,
multiple times.
when you look through all of his movies and shows and stuff, he's listed in Justice League Flashpoint,
Thank you.
Justice League, Death of Superman,
Nathan is in there.
Reign of the Superman.
Yeah, he's in there.
A lot of the animated.
He's in there. He's all up in that motherfucking voice acting package, especially for these comic book properties.
Justice League Monsters University and Monsters at Work.
Come on, man.
Animated.
Come on, man. Nathan Fillion doing big mouth and shit. Fucking weirdo.
He's in Lost.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, we were. Fuck you, JJ. Everything's a dream. You're a fucking dream, dude. I dream of a better fucking director. Yeah, yeah.
But I think in like Guardians 1, he played an alien character.
Yeah, he played one of the Ravengers.
So he played that same character, I guess, for 2.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
They're giving him multi roles around here. Look at who James is.
He's able to play a character that's not human-like, and then also be able to play a human.
Come on. Come on. They're shitting on James right now for giving people like that room to play. He was also TKD in just the new Suicide Squad. He literally armed detachable kid over here. He's dying in the first 15, 20 minutes of the movie. It's savage as fuck. His arms floating and shit through the shootout. Oh, he's over here just tapping helmets and whatnot with his arms and shit and gets shot the fuck up. Nathan Fillion's a funny dude. He fills in the spot, man. For sure. For sure, I remember him taking interviews for this. He plays, yeah. Yeah, and that's because his name is literally Nathan. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. He doesn't look like Tom Holland, does he? Even then, though, it's still outsourcing because they're just like, this Canadian guy would have been a better American guy than the British guy. You know, it's ridiculous. The Rookie is his most latest starring role. Yeah. You're not missing out, you know. It's Lethal Weapon cop show ish, you know. Yeah. Just know that the whole shtick of the show is that he's coming in with like street knowledge and like older man knowledge because he is older than most recruits for the police force. So he's coming in with that under his belt, so he knows more than the other rookie cops, and that's why he's you know, the show is quote unquote, you know, all right in ratings and whatnot. And it's really based off his charm though. He's able to charm you enough to you're like, you want to watch me do something else. You know, he has that charm about him. You know, he'll keep you in tune if you want to stay there, but his acting doesn't really, you know, it doesn't grab you. You know what I mean? He's more nonchalant with his acting. I'm about to go stop some bad guys. Looking ass. Holy fucking youth. I used to chase Negroes back in my youth. Like, what the fuck was that nigga on? Good Morning America? You're wild, dude. He was like, you all know me from the Taken movies. Well, back in the day, I was taken for a ride myself when I was looking for Negroes to punish for my friend being sexually assaulted back in Ireland. Liam, no one asked for this. I know, but the hashtag Me Too movement was happening, and I didn't want to get cancelled because someone brought it up first, so I brought it up. Liam, go home. You are 70 fucking 2 years old. Go the fuck home, Liam Neeson. No one is coming for you because you was looking for niggas to punish. Did you find any niggas? No. Alright then, Liam. Just go sit down somewhere. God damn it. Feeling guilty because you old and white and shit. Ain't nobody got time for that. I know. I'm not racist. Oh, I know, Liam. I know, Liam Neeson. You know you're not racist, bro. That was never part of the conversation. This guy. Mr. I'ma cancel myself. Shut up, Liam Neeson. No one wanted to cancel you. You're cool, dude. Niggas want to be canceled for shit they didn't even. I once walked out of a gas station without paying for my Snickers bar. Sit the fuck up, man. I still go to that gas station. They don't know. And
I love his little fucking his scene in Ted.
mm-hmm.
I've heard that the cereal exclusively for children.
Lucky Charm. Oh yeah, it was Tricks for Kids, wasn't it? Or was it Lucky Charms? I think it was Lucky Charms because it's Irish. It's Irish shit. It was an Irish joke, or it was Tricks, and I've heard exclusively Tricks are for Kids. You know what? You know what? Tricks are for Kids. It was a Tricks are for Kids. So if I leave this establishment with this cereal, there will be no pursuit. No one will follow me. I trust your patriots. Fucking weirdo. He did a Family Guy episode too, like once or twice. He's showed up and voiced himself. There was a couple of times they had an impersonator, and then he actually came. That's right. On top of that, him and Seth made some type of relationship in the 2010s.
They got a relationship of some sort. Where they were like, yeah, let's just continue to do random little things together.
Okay, see, there's a British show called Extras, and there's another show that came on after Extras. Now I don't have the name of it perfectly, but uh, I want you to know, like guys like Paul Bettany and shit, and Ricky Gervais, they were on the show. I think Ricky even came up with the idea of it and whatnot. And so was the dwarf that played Ewok in the Return of the Jedi. And the whole movie is about actors coming to this agency to basically try to step out of their boundaries. Like if they're a dramatic actor like Liam Neeson, he's on the show, right? He came on and he was like, I'm trying to get into comedy. And this all happened before he voiced his character on Family Guy, before I guess the Seth MacFarlane relationship even took place. But this British show had Liam Neeson come on in like 2008-ish, or it might have even been 10-ish actually. And he comes onto the show as himself, right? Because it's actors looking for work. And he's like, I'm trying to get into comedy. And they're like, you're trying to get into comedy. You're Liam Neeson. Schindler's List. Taken. Qui-Gon Jinn. You're trying to get into comedy. He's like, you've killed like a bunch of people on film. Like, why are you trying to get into comedy? And, yeah, he's just like, I've been coming up with jokes. I've been practicing. And no, listen to my jokes. He's like forcing them to listen to his joke ideas. He has prank videos he wants to do and shit. They're like, no, Liam Neeson. We're not gonna do this. We're not gonna help you get into comedy. He's just like, I think that's very rude. You don't think I can be funny? Like, no, nigga.
I think it's just gonna. It's not that we don't think you're funny. It's more that it's gonna be hard for people to laugh.
And then he started naming other actors who were dramatic that got into comedy. That's what blew the whole scene away. I swear, if I find it, I'll send it to you. But I literally would use the key phrase on YouTube: Liam Neeson trying comedy, and it has to be one of the first things that pop up because it's the first time I ever saw him. Like Taken 2 was out by the time he did this. Fucking goofy as hell. And then he does where we end up seeing him not only voice himself Family Guy, and before Orville he did what, The Thousand Ways to Die, and then the Ted, right? Was Ted or A Thousand Ways to Die first? Yeah, all right, we'll go with that. I think that was his first comedy movie then, straight up. Unless he showed up in some other fucking Judd Apatow fucking bullshit. Sometimes. Liam Neeson, dude. Oh man. Even then, what John Favreau even had a chance to mess with that character within the Attack of the Clones and Rebels continuity, especially within Mandalorian and whatnot too. He's got to play with that character. What hasn't John Favreau touched, bro? He's touched too many souls, bro. What? No way. It's old as shit, nigga. That's going back to when Jimmy Kimmel wasn't even late night hosting. He was fucking on Mansers. And Mansers was Jimmy Kimmel. This nigga, right? Coming after Trump and all this other whack shit on his late night show these days. Talking bad about people. Meanwhile, this nigga was on Mansers talking about some, we're gonna see how many women it takes to swallow a gallon of cum. Coming up next. Fucking what the fuck? We're gonna see just how many steroid shots a rack of titties can actually take. How many bottle caps can you fit on your nose before you lose oxygen? Mansers. How many times can you jack off in one day without bleeding through your cockhole? Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel. Mr. Come after Trump every fucking night. Mr. What the fuck? Talking bad about politics. This guy interviewed Diddy. Willingly. Multiple times. What the fuck is wrong with this guy? Mm-hmm. Right, because that was part of the writer's strike. That was one of the shows that suffered. Yeah. Yeah. Nope. The writer's strike was a big deal, man. Guys like John Favreau were even like on the cuffs of that writer's strike because they were choosing to pay out of pocket to help people within the industry to get back on their feet, like, you know, paying crews money, like on like daily pay, you know, like day labor shit. You hear about like how, you know, some people, you know, it's all a gig economy, right? On the basis of, you know, what the foundation of these studios even work on, right? If you show up to work, you show up to work, you should get paid for it, right? So Guys like John Favreau, Keanu Reeves, and shit like that. Like they're out there. Hey yo, the studio doesn't have money for this and that. Well, I like this project enough. Hey, I'll pay people out of pocket, man. I'll pay for everybody's lunch today. Hey, I got it, man. I'll pick up the tab. I've made enough money doing other stuff. I got this. And this is how I think the producing like world like really works at the end of the day. Because I see that the producers really are the bridge between the studio and the crew. And when there is no bridge, like people are getting fucked, like constantly. People getting hurt all the fucking time. People are getting killed on these sets. Like this ain't good. This ain't good for publicity. Alec Baldwin's movie, no one's going to want to watch it now. It's finished filming. No one is gonna want to watch it. Oh, by the way, John Favreau was friends with the girl that got killed.
And what? Sorry, I missed what
Wild.
you were talking about right before that.
I was gonna like on a John Favreau like fucking related list of things, but John Favreau was friends with the woman that Alec Baldwin killed a couple years ago.
Oh, with that thing, yeah,
Yeah, he was friends with
yeah,
her.
yeah.
This is crazy, right?
The one when he freaked out. Why is this? Why do I have a loaded gun? Who handed me a loaded gun?
Who handed me the gun? Yeah, that woman's getting punished right now, and Alec got off scot free. The woman's locked up right now, and Alec's at home. It's crazy how shit plays out, huh?
That's pretty crazy.
They had him. I don't know if you saw the footage when this was happening. This was years ago. But when it went down, did you ever see the footage of him like on the highway being interviewed with his family in the car?
No.
He was literally like not on the run, but he was moving around with his family in the car because so many reporters were at his house and he didn't want his family to go through that. So he was just riding up and down the highways, keeping his family on the move, and then taking interviews on the side of the road. This is all, mind you, he's about to turn himself in and all this other shit. Dude, it was like an OJ moment, basically. It was pretty fucked up. They were playing it on CNN and whatnot. I'm watching all this like while I was at work at the time, but they're playing it and shit, and it's so sad. Like he's all like grizzled and shit, and he's like, I got my family in the car because I don't want them to, be harassed by all the paparazzi that's at the house and stuff. So I'm just going up and down the road, and you know, I'm not running away at all. I'm here. I'm in contact with authorities as we speak right now. They know exactly where I am, and I just want everyone to know I did kill this woman. I never had any beef with this woman. The gun was loaded. I'm an actor. The guns aren't supposed to be loaded on set. So I'm just, I'm willing to forego whatever procedure and whatever the process is for this. But I just can't put my family through this. I can't even believe this is happening. You shot the cameraman. It's crazy. Now the movie is done filming. Okay, movie's done. You think anybody's gonna watch this fucking movie? Movie's motherfucking cursed. God damn it. You might watch this movie, die in 7 days. Nigga, I don't got time for this. It's some type of cowboy movie too. This is wild though. The Favreau effect. Cowboy and Aliens with Daniel Craig.
I've seen that movie.
It's weird, but yeah, it's good. Really, I'd rather date Cowboys versus Indians movie, but to make it aliens was okay, cool. Cowboys shouldn't win though. You know that. Let's just be honest.
They won because they had alien tech.
Right. Pseudo advantage, right? Evening the playing field. But even then, that doesn't make sense. Why they even put it on them? It's just why they even let them get it? Like, what is this? This movie was crazy. It was good
I
though.
agree. Thinking
Dan-
about
Daniel Craig apparently suffered a lot of injuries making that movie. It was
thinking about District 9.
a crazy movie.
Dude gets mutated,
Yeah, they put the gun on him.
and then he has to like use the gun because
Yep,
his arm's mutated.
yep.
They're like, you since you can do it, do it.
Let's test it. Let's test it. He can use those guns. Let's test it. He's over here shooting shit. Hey, that was a good scene.
That movie had lots of good scenes.
That was a Manchurian Candidate type of scene with Denzel, brainwashing them to make them commit horrific acts, then wash their memories clean of them committing them. I felt like that was on the precipice of what that type of shit was. Like, if he would have after the testing would have been done right, and they just throw him into his cell, like what the type of pills and shit would they give him after that to make him go do it again? Because then he's basically a guinea pig, right? Until y'all cut the arm off, right? You were gonna cut the arm off and then clone that shit. You gotta clone that shit, dude. You gotta clone it. Fucking what? How did he even lose the arm? It's been a while since I watched that movie. What happened to the arm in the first place? He was just bloody?
He got like fucked up from one of the aliens, and that made him start mutating.
What was fucked up though? Did he get sliced or shot?
I don't know either.
Okay, what transplant took place?
Nothing. He mutated. I'm pretty sure.
Did he go into a room he wasn't supposed to go into that just ended up mutating him?
No, it was like
I remember his arm being cut or some shit. How did that happen? I gotta find out how this went down.
I got you. Look, yeah, it's the chemical.
The chemical. I told
To a
yeah,
prawn after being exposed to the alien chemical.
right. It was a chemical. He didn't get hit or some shit. He got exposed. He was in the room he wasn't supposed to be into. And then they,
They said something was wrong.
that's right. We was like, we gotta quarantine you. We gotta quarantine you. We gotta quarantine you. It's an alien virus, is what it is. That's right, because the District 9 people are sick.
Begins with a black fluid leaking from his nose, and then progresses to his
Right,
left arm, which was
right,
previously hidden.
right. And if we remember right, the District 9 aliens were poor because they didn't have the resources to leave, and they were getting
So
sick being
they
here.
basically enslaved them and made them stay in their little camps.
Mm-hmm. And basically promised we'll help you get out of here once we figure you all out. So treating them like refugees instead of like visitors and guests. Sick shit. That was a sick movie. The fact that they do that in real life, like they made it aliens for that, but that's happening in real life. That Israel and Palestine shit, that's that lame shit, real talk, dude. Like this border shit is just whack as fuck, real talk. We gotta find a spot for and place for everybody and whatnot, but to be forcing people out of what they fucking know is home is whack as hell. If your home is somebody else's home and y'all just didn't grow up together, well, I think that bridge needs to be fucking made instead of fucking destroyed every fucking day. It's just lame as hell. I think people should protest in their own fucking way, but when it comes to fucking straight out militia fucking bras and fucking explosions and fucking missiles getting sent by squadrons of Israeli soldiers and shit, yo, fuck all that, man. Fuck all that. We done already fucked up diplomacy all the way. And whatever God is motherfucking okay with all that shit is not a God I respect whatsoever. And both sides are talking a different God. But as far as I'm concerned, they come from the same source. It's light skins versus dark skins as far as I'm concerned. Fucking lame as hell. And they're talking about some Hollywood afraid to make movies about this shit. Why? Twitter, Vine, and TikTok, and Instagram, and Facebook aren't afraid to make fucking skit videos about it. Why the fuck is Hollywood afraid to talk about this whack shit? It's whack. They're whack too. We should be getting good ass stories from Hollywood right now. Good stories. Not stories that are suppressing motherfuckers and propaganda bullshit. We should be getting some real good shit. Like, you know what would be a good Superman movie? And I'm not predicting James Gunn's movie, but you know what would be a good Superman movie? And hear me out on this, right? There's a comic book where Superman meets somebody. Multiple times they have a cancer story within it. Superman tries to solve cancer. Lex Luthor actually ends up even solving cancer within the comic book, just because Superman challenged him to it. Comic books where Spider-Man even ends up meeting a cancer patient nigga, and he's not gonna live for a while. Spider-Man's out there busting his ass, saving the day left and right, and still he's not gonna be able to save this kid whose only problem is he's fighting cancer. You want a good Superman movie? Just do that cancer joint, dog. Have Superman beating ass, saving ass, and all types of shit, and then have it come down to a person where there's a connection made with us in the audience, but yet this person's still gonna die. And Superman can't save him, but at least he was here with him, type shit. You know, that's a good movie. It's a, it's about saving who you can, but you can't save everybody.
When you first were saying, he was just beating up people and saving people, and like the first thing that came to the deal, and I started thinking of immediately.
Go ahead.
Video I had seen was Goku, Vegeta's got cancer, and he said,
Yeah, he's gonna. I'm going to fight your cancer. I shared that. That was me, nigga. I shared that. Yep. Motherfucker, I'm gonna fight. Let me fight your cancer, Vegeta. It sounds real strong. Your cancer sounds really strong. I want to see how strong it really is. What Goku do though? He beat that cancer. It's fucking ridiculous. Goku beat cancer, dude. And like that's what it comes down to. Like stories like that are always going to be nice. They're always going to be wholesome, because of course we would want Superman to be able to save this kid with cancer. Hell, the movie should even end with Lex Luthor coming up with a cure for cancer, only because Superman has finally fucking encouraged him to give to use his knowledge for actually something good. Even if he is still secretly evil on some Frieza shit, it'd be nice to see Lex Luthor be like, you know, I'll take this win. I'll take this win. Thanks, Superman. I hate you, but the people accept me for being who I am, because you've pushed me to this point, and I'm okay with that. So the Superman Lex Luthorness can still keep going on, and on top of that, we can just have a good story. where people are pushed and challenged in certain ways, where they must compromise with the reality that they live in. Superman can't save everybody, but everybody can save somebody. Maybe Superman can save this and that, and a dragon, and an earthquake, and a house on fire, and all this. Maybe it is to guys like Lex Luthor to develop cures for cancer, so little kids don't have to die. Little kids that maybe look up to Superman. Maybe they might look up to a Lex Luthor type if you would help out. The movie should be all about giving somebody something to look up to. Maybe the movie might not be all that. Maybe it's just a short here and done where, alright, this universe is dead on arrival. But I want to be optimistic on stuff like that still. I'm 30 years old. I've seen a lot of good still done in this world, on film and real life. There's no reason to dread everything coming out. And guys like James Gunn aren't doing political messages like off the bat. I mean, name one political message he did in the Guardians movies. He can't. He didn't. Hell, he had the Ravengers having sex with sex robots in space. Does that sound PC to you? He had space whores, space robot whores in Guardians. He had Kurt Russell basically having sex with lower life forms because he's a celestial god. He's over here having sex with children on planets. That's what the he was. He showed that. I'll show you the scene. I'll fucking bring it up. He literally shows. I met this person. I met that person. Yeah, I mean, yeah, and he's showing how many people he met. But all the other ones, he was an adult, and then he was an adult with this one, and he met a little girl, and she was pink, and we saw other pink people, cause the shit Peter Quill was just having sex with a pink girl not that long ago. So he's therefore saying that the pink race, even that his daddy was into too, but he was into him younger. Oh, dude, I'm. Is this political messages? No, this is like about how some people are fucking freaks. Some people are on some other shit. That pedophile is the villain of the story. James Gunn is doing some cool shit. No political message needed. Identity politics, fuck all that. Kurt Russell is a pedophile for sure. James Gunn goes above and beyond to imply that in that scene. It's played off though at first just because we're letting Kurt Russell do his little monologue about who he is, because he's coming off as a god. So it's like supposed to be like meaningless, kind of almost in nature. But if broken down, and if we knew that you gave his fucking mom cancer along with you being a pedophile all at the same time, we would have said fuck no. What the fuck? That's why he broke down his background in like multiple, sections. He didn't give it all to us at once now, did he? Sucked up. hmm He was getting sucked up, dude. Your mother loved me too much. I had to boom, 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 boom. Shut up, dude. He's just on his ass. He was like, I was gonna be cool with you fucking all around the universe and whatnot, not being there for me growing up, but then you actually killed my mom. I'm done now. And you know what? I'm glad you pointed out the cancer part again, because here we are, a good cancer story. I'm sorry, I don't even want to be that guy, but as far as cancer stories go, good cancer story. Makes me care about Peter Quill's mom. She didn't actually deserve to have cancer. A villain gave it to her. Sick shit. Sick shit. She was nice to an alien, and in return, he gave her a child and gave her cancer. That's a villain. That is what a villain is. There is no redemption for Kurt Russell, man. There is only action. There is only blast this motherfucker to kingdom come. Fuck anything else he says after this. And that's why I like a James Gunn movie. He lets you try to sympathize with who you can. But if you can't sympathize with them, it's not your fault. That's part of the story. He's not doing that dumbass politicking. Oh, you should sympathize with this character because this character is a victim. No, he's saying this character had a victim moment, then did some outrageous shit that did not motherfucking equate to the crime that was committed against them, and or they never had a crime. They were never a victim, and they just straight did dickhead shit and had multiple times to do good and chose not to. That is a character that I want to see get their ass beat. That's what I'm talking about. That's good shit. That's good writing. We were cool with Kurt Russell's character for a good minute through the film, but guess what? Just like any dickhead in real life, and this is good writing to me. It's real as hell on this level. Just like any real dickhead, throughout some time spending with them, they will show you who they really are. Won't they? Won't they? Won't they? Won't they indeed? If you've ever lived life and actually met a couple dickheads, an actual couple douchebags that you can't even believe you spent your time with, you'll understand that that's exactly how you find out who you don't like hanging out with. Spent some time with him. Yeah, he was cool at the beginning, and then yeah, fucking oof. Can't stand him. Kurt Russell gave us every cool thing that he could, and then his character ends up showing us that he's actually a fucking douchebag. Yeah, yeah. Don't they play catch? Don't they play catch when you're growing up? Don't they do that? Isn't it funny? We could have been doing this the whole time. What was I doing the whole time? Go fuck yourself. Yeah, so thank God Yondo hid him. Thank God that's what the story is. That Yondo knew exactly what was happening. And Yondo decided to keep him on the ship. He disguised it under a, yeah, you my bitch, ain't your boy type of shit. But no, you're my apprentice. You're a kid I saved. We turned in other kids to this nigga. We're pretty sure he killed him. We didn't turn you in. I thought that was fucked up. Kept him. Mm. Mm. With his own folk to save this boy. As if the Ravagers didn't know what was really going on. That lets me know that their knowledge on the situation was only kept from them as far as money and reputation goes, right? A guy like Ego can make your reputation. He can make your reputation within the galaxy. So, so, so could the collector though within a monetary and reputation status, right? Guys like that within space can make or break your reputation or your bankroll, right? Or just kill you, right? If they have that power. But as far as I'm concerned, the Ravagers in number had so many powers and such technology that I think they were only turning in shit to Ego based on monetary value. And I think that they think that Yondo keeping the kid was him trying to get his own little deal. You know what I mean? I think that's the only way they looked at it. It's just, yeah, you rode the gold, man. You was taking money for yourself. That's how Sylvester talks to him. He doesn't talk to him like it's about some cows. Yeah, yeah, like right. And he hits him with that, but it's like, so it's like, okay, so you were selling, so you were gonna sell some more kids, huh, to this guy, and then you kept the kid and you got blamed for it anyway. Well, that sucks. Yando technically didn't do anything wrong then, if he didn't sell any kid at all. So who snitched on him about taking the deal anyway? Wouldn't that be a good question? If Yando didn't send any kid, is it do we have any memory on any scene that lets us know that Yando didn't turn any kid in, or did he turn in some kids? Then he's innocent, huh? Fuck. Wow. We're gonna have to get that. Let's get Yando's innocence out of here. Hold on, I got something. I got something here. Hold on. I'm gonna type in Yonder kidnap. Okay. 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 Yeah. Yeah. He didn't kidnap anybody else and bring them to Ego. As soon as he found out, he didn't. Yeah. Oh, okay. My bad. So when you're back. Okay. Okay. I just said something. It was like, yeah, Yando didn't. As soon as he found out what he was gonna do with the boy, he didn't. Yeah. So this is the only dude he kidnapped for Ego. So even by trafficking the child, that's what Sylvester Stallone and them said. Yeah, fuck, like yo, you broke the code even by even taking the deal, even by taking up on the offer, you broke the code. So even with him saving the kid, his faction was just exiled. So they weren't killed, they weren't anything else. They were just exiled to another part of the. Hmm. That's crazy though. So Yando is innocent all the way through. He didn't turn nobody into this nigga, which is cool. Which makes Ego even bigger a villain. I'm glad he got taken care of in one movie. To deal with that nigga multiple times would have sucked. Right. Which also leads me to believe if he did intercede Earth, uh, with that being said, did he intercede Earth before he had sex with Peter Quill's mom, or only after? That's what my question is. I think he came multiple times. I want to say that, but what if he like? Yeah, let me see. I'll type. I'll ask how many times did Ego go to Earth? Shit, dude. Yeah, he visited multiple times.
But he said he went like 2 or 3 times, but he knew if he went again, he would never leave, and that was not his mission.
Right. So he came 3 times, and instead of coming a fourth time to the same woman, and he did not come any time before that. So okay, with that being said, okay, he didn't make Earth then, so we got that. We got that out the way. So even if Peter Quill goes to Earth, he doesn't have access to his like godly powers, or does he? He only had the godly powers, right? Because Ego made the planet they were on. So if he didn't make Earth, I guess Peter Quill's powers don't are never going to be there unless he's on another planet that Ego made, which is probably not how that works. Because
No, because once he died, all parts of him died.
right, so that was only that one
Across
planet,
the universe.
right across the universe. Then it's done. So theoretically, could Peter manifest his own planet?
No,
No, he's
he's only half God.
so he can technically tap into what then? How else can he tap back into that those powers? If he is half, he is something. So is Mantis, and she has her abilities out front and open. So theoretically,
He just doesn't know what his abilities are.
all
Maybe
right,
when we get him in, whenever they bring him back in, because
right.
he's gonna come back.
It'll just be him manifesting a fucking mask and some guns like a Green Lantern. Anyway,
It'll be something along the lines of him trying to figure out what his powers are.
right.
What can he do
Oh,
as just thinking he was just a human, but really he's much more.
hey, it was on some Green Lantern shit. His imagination had color though. It wasn't just green. I like that. He pulled some Fantastic Four Pac-Man shit. I loved it. And if I know comic books, he still is tapped to that power somehow, some way. He can draw it out of himself. If there is no other source, he is the source. Then, hell, theoretically, I bet Ego could even manifest from him if he chose to. He did create him. A piece of him is a piece of him. You know, but this is the good writing that James had. Is this like for real? Not to like ride James's guns dick. I'm just saying, like the boy, motherfucker, done did some good shit. I hope the Superman movie is dope. A scene I would love to see is Superman holding the American flag up, type shit. But in my eyes, this movie is about America. I think Superman off the bat represents America. Period. And what man is standing up strong or is beaten down, I feel like America is symbolized in that type of story, in that type of imagery. We have been victorious, but at the same time, we haven't won a war since World War II. We just got the fucking shit racked out of us for 20 years in Afghanistan and left our toys there. We're like a bunch of angry kids that just left our toys in the sandlot for the other kid, and now me and the kid are cool. The fuck is going on here? Like, what the fuck are we representing? I got China over here having a whole bunch of boys so we can go to war. Meanwhile, we're over here fucking licking our wounds. Fucking gas prices too high, rent's too high. 18% of people are homeless right now. Fucking A. Viruses and pandemics breaking the fuck out. school shootings and shit. I got I got former presidents and presidents elects fucking all in the same getting shot at and shit. The fuck is going on around here? I do need a Superman. Families aren't as connected as they should be through holidays and traditions and the culture that we've known to love. We're all being incepted into some idea to accept that evil is the only way and the only just way to be. I need a Superman right now. Fictional or real, I need a Superman right now to show some people that we will not have to live in corrupt times for forever. That we have moments of corruption, we have moments of evil, we have moments of downfall. But after that, it's a moment to step up and shine once again. Instead of looking down, we should be looking up. Whether that be up at tomorrow, up at another job, up at some other money, up at somebody else you love, we should be up about the life that we live right now. I need a Superman. I got too many characters telling me that I should go drink from a bottle and say that, it's all fuck it. I got Wolverine acting belligerent and drunk and whatnot, like none of it matters. I got guys that are so cynical and making gay jokes that they're the only ones that want to bring back some wholesomeness back to the environment. I got guys like Deadpool being the fucking Jiminy Cricket of hey, you know what? Hey, it's not all cynical. Like, there's some good shit to be done around here. The guy who's supposed to be cynical all the time is now the wholesome one. The one who's telling everybody we shouldn't give up. That's not good. I think that means a lot, though. Thank God Deadpool right now is representing that. The one that should be cynical right now is the only one talking sense. That's not good. Gotta get our boys back on path. We need Superman. We forgot what an example of a role model is right now. It's sex tape this and rap this, that, and we need a Superman. And we need the Lois Lane right there to tell the truth about everything going down. Someone who won't hide the truth. Someone who's willing to tell the truth. Willing to be over a paycheck or not. We do need truth seekers. We need Supermen and truth seekers. That's all we need right now. 18% homeless. Almost damn near fucking 40% unemployment. Coming out on the news lying about what the stats are. Then 3 months later telling us what the stats really are. Then apologizing and saying we don't even know where we got those stats from. I do. You were told to lie. It's okay. They can't even tell the truth about why they're lying now. I need a Superman. Hell, John Favreau got signed up to help make it that Superman movie. Funny enough. Didn't he? Hold up. Right before I get too far off topic, right? Hold up. Didn't he help with something?
What, Superman?
What you don't know is I love John Favreau's work in Supernatural, TV show on CW as well. He did direct a couple episodes or episode of I think Flash and shit too, and Legends of Tomorrow and Arrow. I think he had a hand in all that actually. He also did help in Smallville and whatnot. I'm pretty sure. Uh, But Supernatural, he came directed on there a couple times, dude. Supernatural was my shit, man. Hold up. Hold up. Did he help?
Look, you were wrong
About what?
about who John played in G-Force.
Who was he?
He was Hurley.
Who's that? One of the.
That he was the really, like
So he was in the movie. He just went. Okay.
he was the guinea pig they found in the store.
Oh, okay. Well, he was in that hole. He was. He was. Okay. I remember seeing him. But it was just a mat. He was a rat. It was his voice. Then who was the fat chubby dude? Who was the dad? Who was his dad then? Who am I remembering? Okay, I'm okay with the G-Force rabbit hole. They had a run in pop culture for a little minute. I watched the movie twice. I remember Tracy Morgan being one of the rats. Superman. Okay. Jon Favreau has no credits for helping Superman. But he should. God damn it. Hey, we snapped on this podcast already, dude. I'm telling you that right now. Episode 8, the Favreau effect. We already snapped on this podcast.
What was the name of the character?
Of who?
Of the guy that you're talking about? Is it Ben?
Honestly, I could say Ben, but whoever the older white man is in the movie.
Ben is fat. The guy with an afro.
You see how I got these two mixed up? I'm remembering just a fat body.
There was a fat white dude.
It was a fat white dude, and it wasn't Jon Favreau. Okay. All right. Right. Okay. And the girl was what? Kate Blanchett or something? What?
Juarez was played by Penelope Cruz.
Mm-hmm.
Hurley was Jon Favreau.
A brown bitch.
I don't remember. Blaster and Bucky. Were they animals?
Those are other niggas. Yes.
Tracy Morgan was Blaster. Steve Buscemi was Bucky.
Tells you. Yeah. Tells you.
They had a lot of big people in this.
Yeah. I just remember the mole portraying everybody. The possum mole or whatever the fuck it was. Anteater or whatever he was. But yeah, what a movie! What a movie! What a time! I haven't watched that shit since 2010.
Actually, that Bucky was the mole, wasn't he?
Yeah, the traitor. Yeah, he's the traitor. Okay,
He was the literal mole.
the mole. There it is.
From within.
Fuckery. It's nice to go down this little rabbit hole. Jon Favreau, dude. Jon Favreau. John's done a lot. Within the, I'm joking here, but I call it the Ben 10 era. I call it it's the era of the teen, you know, the PG-13. It's the time of it, you know. To me, that's what it is, you know. Attack of the Clones time, you know what I mean? Attack of the Clones is literally adults all through the movie. Yet the movie's PG-13. Isn't that interesting?
But here's another one.
A movie that's supposed to be for kids, yet no one is a kid. What we got?
John Carter.
What about it? What am I supposed to say about John Carter? What am I supposed to say?
Favreau.
John did not help produce or do anything in this movie other than act, right?
Yeah, no, just act. He played Tharp, Bookie.
This movie was terrible. This movie was terrible. The book is cool. The movie was terrible. It's just as terrible.
But the movie was interesting to me.
It's just as terrible as Prince of Persia with white ass Jake Gyllenhaal. Um,
Prince of Persia was kind of cool.
yeah, the games were. You gonna defend this movie though? All right, all right,
I'm not defending it.
all
I
right.
said, hey, it was kind of cool.
Well, sands of time would prove that this movie was not good. And I'm just gonna put it out there blatantly, to be quite honest, that Jake Gyllenhaal sometimes knows how to act, but act like a Persian he does not, and look like a Persian he also does not. No, I'm not gonna say anything else. I'm gonna leave him. I'm gonna leave Jake Gyllenhaal alone. I'm gonna leave Prince of Persia alone. Because that game series hasn't been good since the third game. And I could even say that it was trash then too. First two games, good. Game Boy Advance game, good. After that, trash. I'm gonna leave it alone. But John Carter, the CGI in this movie, interesting. It almost was gonna work. But then the storyline and everything else about it, it is a spectacle. But it is a dumb fucking movie. Damn. And now I heard they're making another one. I heard they're rebooting it. And I'm actually interested into it. Because the book is interesting before the movie ever even came out. A man will have that much strength on Mars. That's what the math says. So to visualize that is going to take a interesting George Lucas type of mind, I guess. But the movie honestly is a little bland. It's good meme material, though. I tell you what, man, man, that was the only thing John Carter was good for up until now. Real good memes. Hmm. I'm hoping that's not what some of these newer movies that are coming out. I hope they're not meme material. Like Rogue One, that's a good movie. Why? It's meme material, but the whole movie's not a fucking meme. So only a meme every now and then has been made about Rogue One. Avengers, Infinity Game, and Infinity War and Endgame, good movies. Have they been memed to death? Yes, but only because they are good movies. But and also, you know, everyone's has a gripe about the time traveling time heist plot. Basically writing themselves, into doing that. Is kind of subpar writing, but at the same time, successful and it worked. So it's memeable. And it relates to multiple things sometimes, but mostly just subpar, subsurface, the mainstream media, the pop culture, fucking, inside jokes. But only as inside as big as your friends list is on your timeline. Like, come on, everybody's shared a fucking Avengers meme, haven't they? Haven't they? Haven't they? And I bet it had nothing to do with the movie.
Alright, so another one I'm looking at. He played in Foggy,
Yeah.
the
Okay.
Daredevil movie
Yeah.
with Ben Affleck. And then once I was looking at this, I was like, Colin Farrell.
Yeah. He was Bullseye.
He was Bullseye. And I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah. The Penguin was once
He was in
Bullseye.
that movie.
I remember that like it was yesterday.
I don't remember that part. I remember him and Electra
The
being
ping,
cute. I did not remember.
the penguin was bullseye, my boy. He was killing mosquitoes. He was killing people on planes and shit. Nigga was a whole fucking target practice.
Has he played the Penguin before or something?
He just played the penguin.
Oh, now.
Yep, yep.
Okay, okay. Oh, well, obviously, he directed Elf, and he also played the Doctor.
Yeah, John Favreau. Yeah, we go back to yeah.
He's like, all right, I'm a director, but it's like, I also want to be in the movie.
Let me be in the movie.
Well, and then there's like random shit. He was in like one episode of Rugrats or one episode of Family Guy. Like, what?
I told you, man. I told you about the Family Guy. I told you, I told you.
Only one episode. He voiced Donnie DeBera.
He was in that movie called Couples Retreat. You ever watch that?
No, I'm scrolling through. I don't know if I've watched it.
He plays one of the husbands that's like just he's just super horny and his wife won't fuck him. So he keeps trying to act like he's really encouraged to cheat on her. But in fact, he really does love his wife.
His there was another one I passed a little bit ago. Zookeeper. That he is in that. He voiced Jerome the bear.
Fuckery. He was in I Love You Man. You remember that?
Yeah, yeah.
Plays one of the husbands that's just like this nigga's weird. I think he was in Knocked Up too, as well. He helped he helped produce Han Solo. Open Season with Martin Lawrence. Zookeeper with Kevin James is an old movie I never liked.
I thought that one was funny. I'm a
It's
Kevin James fan.
I like Kevin. I just didn't like the zoo shit.
Here comes the boom.
Good movie.
That was funny as shit.
Good movie.
Cause you think about it like it's like middle-aged man, little overweight. He's like, I want to get into fighting.
I'll mention an obscure ass fucking shit John Favreau helped on that I didn't like, and I watched it on Netflix and I thought it was trash. It was like through MTV. It was like some fucking 2016 shit. It was the I wanna get it right too. Shannara the Shannara Chronicles. I swear to God, dude, the dumbass name. It was on Netflix though. Watch a couple episodes. Shit is stupid. It's just bitches fighting and whatnot. Fucking it tries to be cool on some Viking shit, but it really just ends on some Celtic shit that I'm just not here for. Uh, Now I forget if he directed episodes. I don't think that's what I remember in the credits. I think I remember seeing his name for producing, and I couldn't get into the show honestly. If it was one of his least favorable projects, it was definitely the Shannara Chronicles. That shit was fucking weak, dude. It was alright, I guess, but
This motherfucker was even in Friends for 6 episodes
shut up.
as Pete Becker.
I never watched Friends all the way, so that's crazy to me.
Yeah, I didn't really either. I've seen him in one episode, but it wasn't really one of
That's crazy. That's crazy to me. Do you know he's been voicing his self in the what ifs, unlike some people? Like he hasn't had. I'm pretty sure he has not had a stand-in for him yet. So he's showing up on time to the studio to voice him, to voice Happy. He's making time for this.
He was even on Seinfeld for one episode. He played Eric the Clown.
What the fuck? Oh yeah, I remember him being mean. He was mean. I remember he was mean. He was mad. Ugh.
It's so many like crazy little things like one episode here, one episode there. Did this movie, did this movie, you know, 2 episodes here. He did one episode of the Hercules TV show in 1999. He
Mm.
played the voices together. Oh, here's another one. You know, he was in an episode of Rocket Power.
Mm.
Voiced Dick Shakley. Why was his name Dick Shakley? Unless it's
I think he was a cop. I think he was a cop.
unless it's pronounced Shackley.
I think he's a cop. I think I remember his voice as a cop, dude.
He played himself in The Sopranos for one episode.
Yeah, because he was literally directing, so the character Michael could get a job. Michael ends up getting killed by Tony, uh, the main character of the show. But they were family at first, though. It's like
They were what? Friends.
it's not bad. It's pretty good. That's crazy. I bet if you said that around some white guys, I bet they'd fucking sacrifice you. I bet they'd fucking feed you to a pack of goldfish or some shit. I don't know what the fuck they would do to you, but I bet that's some type of white crime somewhere. That and that Breaking Bad shit.
Vegetarian where the character name, I was like, oh, he just slayed himself. That's cool.
Yeah, yeah. It's the scene. Michael's getting jobs for acting, but he also wants to write a book about really he wants to write a movie about being in the mafia because he is in the mafia, and as you can see in the real mafia, that's a conflict of interest for people in the mafia. So that ends up being like a subplot in the show that ends up rising too far, and it just ends up with his cousin killing him.
Here's this right here. Alright. He was also in Buzz Lightyear's Astonishment, the animated TV series. For 5 episodes, he played Crumford Lorax and Crumford Lorax. Isn't that wild? He played One Punch Mulligan for one episode in The Legend of Tarzan.
What the fuck?
Yeah, this motherfucker was just like, yeah, sure, why not?
I'm telling you, whoever his agent is, I bet they've eaten pretty well off of this. Real talk.
Ace Williams, Sean,
Yeah, his relationship with Kevin James is that of fat white guys in Hollywood. Come on, gotta stick together.
My Name is Earl for one episode,
You gotta stick together, fat white guys.
Monk for one episode, and he just, here's the problem is, he was in Robot Chicken for one episode, he played the race announcer.
Son of a bitch. This nigga, bro. If you haven't heard him once, you've heard him somewhere again, somewhere else. You probably heard of me. You probably heard of me. You know. He's like, yeah, I'm in that. I'm in that. Yeah, I was. Yeah, yeah. Good project. Honestly, that's his one up, isn't it? That's what he has on people in the industry. He has that. He has that. Yeah, I've worked on it. My nigga's like, he's cool, dude. He's like a savant, dude. I like it. I like it. It's a good style. He's up to date with things in the industry. He moves on. He doesn't get held up on anything. That nigga moves like a goat. He just wants to try something, and then if it doesn't work, yeah, it doesn't work. But if it do, it do. He can say that, yeah, I have some experience in that. Even though all of his real experience just comes from him watching other movies. That's really good, though. Iron Man 1 and 2. Not bad. Hell, I think Iron Man 3 only made $1 billion because of the 1 and 2. Yeah. Like, for instance, okay, Samuel Jackson and Black Widow are not in 3. But, to make up for it, they've thrown in a Guy Pearce as the villain. The head of AIM. This Killigan guy, right? And it's like, okay, yeah, Killian. And the relationship between him and Pepper Potts is askew, but at the same time on par. And it's somehow this movie, but I'm like, okay, that too. Uh, New little boy, we're just meeting. It's like Tony meeting one of his fans. Okay, cool. I don't know. Couldn't this movie have been used to like introduce other characters? Probably, yeah. But are we gonna do that? Probably not. we're we're gonna go on an old subplot from the first movie, and it still not be the actual Mandarin. So this is the second Mandarin fake out. I don't know, guys. I just don't know. We all have to remember that the Ten Rings take responsibility for kidnapping Tony Stark the first time. But it wasn't the Mandarin. Wild stuff. John Favreau's done a good job in Hollywood.
Yeah, sure. I got stuck in this rabbit hole. I looked at a different person and I was like, wait, hold on, who is this guy?
I don't know. Just don't look up Simon Kinberg, because I hate every fucking movie this guy does.
Oh. I was trying to figure out what all
If
episodes he was in because it gave me only a little bit.
if John Favreau is the guy that is declining jobs, this Simon Kinberg dude who did Dark Phoenix and all this other lame shit, he's the guy who ends up getting the job if John says no to it. I hate this dude. Every time he has a project, it fucking burns my eyes. It's fucking gross. What he did to the X-Men, I can't even stand for it. He had a moment too with it, but that moment's long past. He took the story in different ways. I couldn't agree with. Making weak X-Men stories is like his mutant special power. If he had a mutant special power, it's making weak ass X-Men movies.
No, he was voicing himself in the What If show.
Yeah.
And it says he's done 4 episodes.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I saw him in the credits. I was like, oh, he really did this. That was really him. I was like, oh my god, this nigga got. I said, oh my god, this nigga got time to voice himself. So what's funny to me about that is he voiced himself in the Iron Man 2 game. Not only did he help with the first Iron Man 2 games, he played himself again. Actually, actually promoted the Iron Man game quite a bit, even though Robert Downey Jr. didn't even sign up for the second Iron Man game. It's voiced by the guy who voices him all the time in the cartoons. But Samuel Jackson was also in the second Iron Man game, and so was Mickey Rourke. So the whole cast, even Pepper, what's her name? Pepper, what's her fucking face? Scarlett Johansson was also voicing. Don Cheadle also voiced. Terrence he also voiced in the first game. Scarlett Johansson voiced Black Widow in the second game, and so did whatever Pepper Potts' name is. So what's her name? Like Gwyneth Paltrow. That's what her name is. She voiced her character too. Like John was able to convince all of them to get like some extra money and just be like, yo, yeah, go ahead and voice your characters in the game too. All these actors, like the fuck. Voice casting hasn't been that star-studded like since that era before the writer strike in Hollywood. It really hasn't. I gotta be honest. The voice acting has not had star-studded cast like that in a minute. It's like popular TV actors at best, but not award-winning actresses and actors. Like, what the fuck? Video game voice acting definitely has lost its foot with that caliber of acting. They don't have the money for it. Hey, what are you doing on the game right now? Okay, I'm over here.
Eating some food, chatting.
Nice. What you got?
I air fried some little beef and cheese, little triangle things,
Noise.
bacon burgers.
Just drinking and smoking. Like we're we're,
Good song.
we're a couple of John Favreaus right now. His contribution to the MCU is acknowledged though. Like mad. Like even the way his role is as Happy Logan in Spider-Man 1 and 2 and 3, he's there to help the main character. You see how that rolls? It's the Spider-Man 2. He's there to help the character. And I feel like he means that like all the way. You know what I mean? I I feel like that's his overall like message when it comes to trying to like make this shit successful. I think he literally is just trying to help. Oh yeah, this is some good shit. Damn. This is the best game I ever. You heard me? I'm on hoops right now, dominating. Tell me why I'm 5 goals for 4 shots. As if he makes every shot. Whatever. Yeah, I'm only having a good game because the game thinks I'm so trash that they just put me up against people that are already ranked in hoops, and the rank was gold too. So of course I should smash the fuck out of them. Yeah. Why did it put me up against gold twos? Am I that? I haven't played in that long. What's crazy? I just told you though. I went 5 goals for 4 shots though. Why am I even getting lined up with them? Nobody else scored but me. I definitely shouldn't be with those guys. But to be real, I don't mind it if y'all put me in another match like that. From where? Yeah, it's Donnie. Yeah, when Marky Mark was getting shooter and whatnot, this is what he was getting. Yeah, he was in like 3 or 4 of them. Because he's fucking dead. It's Cap. High test scores. You know, realism.
Fucking place is wide. Look, they pulled the one guy out that was screaming, but the other two that got electrocuted, I'm guessing they're just like dead because they hadn't even tried to pick them up. They just been stepping over.
if I remember right, a lot of those actors are New Zealand, by the way. And that's why they're white, and that's because of that goes back to that easier taxation for actors that aren't American. You know what I'm saying? Actor labor laws. Yeah, that's that's most of our paycheck right there. It's most of our budget right there. Yeah. All right, there we go. You see the cast is getting a little diverse, ain't it?
Where they were chained up. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like, his eyes are full. He didn't like that.
Yeah. Which is, yeah, that's why I already knew. I watched them all only because it was a marathon. And I was sick as shit. I ended up watching every single one. Didn't miss a shit of it. And they played it in chronological order. And the only one that wasn't involved was Spyro because it was just now coming out. But it was available online nonetheless. It's just corny because of Chris Rock. But he's not. He's not. I need 2 points in 21 seconds. Alright, well, that's enough of that, I guess. Oh, man. Yeah, we went through the John Favreau rabbit hole. We gave him his flowers, basically, didn't we? Most of this vid, I basically stayed in the lobby. I played like 4 games real quick. I think that's enough.
Yeah, I was playing a little bit of zombies. And I had stopped to eat shit and chill. And then you joined in, and I was like, oh, okay. I honestly wasn't thinking anyone would go, because Sprite was here during the mealtime, but we stopped.
I think
He was watching something, and then next thing you know, I looked up and he was gone.
probably watching anime.
I was just, was honestly, like I said, I played zombies for a little bit, but was getting ready to just put this movie on my food, and then you joined. I was like, I guess I'll watch it.
All right, so you're about to get into a good movie. That sounds great. Shit, what's the date already? What, 3 days? It's already the 2nd.
One of these girls was in here. She just got kidnapped, and she's just not wearing a bra. It's just way too safe, you know. There's a child in the room.
Oh. Yeah, but shit, I'll probably end up playing a game or some more. Probably in this stream right here. Favreau effect. Hollywood's in trouble, boys. If they don't got a John Favreau walking around somewhere. Somebody like him. Hollywood is in trouble.